Hello. Hey everyone, and thank you for joining yet again. In this particular presentation, we will look into the PNP program operated by the province of Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan is also a very popular province amongst the PNP aspirants, and as I said in my last video, we will try and move to different provinces and present all the aspirants of Canada PNP different options under different provinces. So I hope this information will be useful to you. So again, as always, what I have done, I have taken the information available on the SINP website and put it on my trusted whiteboard. So this whiteboard is basically helping me to put all the options in one pictorial form, and which I hope is better understood by all of you. So Saskatchewan PNP operates in a very similar way to Alberta PNP, as we have focused on Alberta PNP in the past. It also offers a similar expression of interest route. So this is also I'm trying to map here, but this is for the next presentation. In this particular presentation, let's concentrate on what options. So if you are interested in PNP and if you are looking at Saskatchewan as one of your options, what are your real options? Where do we stand as far as different options in Saskatchewan is concerned? Sorry, I keep saying Alberta. So Saskatchewan is a province which is just neighboring to Alberta on the eastern side, and it has a allocation of 4,761 as we speak. So as of now, it initially had an allocation of 3,625, which increased by 1,136, bringing the total number to 4,761. Again, this is the number of total allocations that is available under Saskatchewan PNP. Obviously, we are already in October of 2025. We have just one quarter left and a bunch of nominations have already been issued. But we will go into all of those information in the subsequent presentations. Today's presentation is just laying out all the options that you have. Saskatchewan PNP programs can be categorized under two broad categories, one for worker, one for entrepreneur. Not very surprising, all the provinces that are operating PNP have a PNP options both for workers and for business owners. So in this particular channel, we have concentrated mostly on the worker side of it, but I'm just laying out the entrepreneur options at a very high level if you are interested. If you need any information, all the information is available on the SINP website. So these are the two options available for entrepreneurs, and then the other two boxes are for workers. Okay, let's go into the worker details. So if you go into worker, the program again bifurcates into two broader categories, one for international skilled workers and one for those people who have Saskatchewan work experience. However, the way that I read the information is these six are the primary options available for anybody with an international experience, or anybody who wants to move to Saskatchewan. These are the six broad categories. Plus, if you have any kind of Saskatchewan work experience, two additional options open up for you. So a total of 8 options are available. Under each of these options, you can apply with an international experience or you can apply with a Saskatchewan experience. So it's not like somebody with a somebody who wants to say apply for a health talent pathway cannot apply with a Saskatchewan work experience. So Saskatchewan work experience is always an advantage for you and not a disadvantage. So let's look into what we have. First option is the employment offer. So if you have a job offer from a Saskatchewan employer, and if you have international work experience, so then even though you are not currently living in Saskatchewan, you can still apply for a PNP under the employment offer category. Next few categories are very focused: agriculture, health and tech talent. These pathways would address the need for people in the agriculture sector, the healthcare sector and the technology sector. Next comes occupation in demand. Occupation in demand is, again, there are certain NOCs which would be in demand in Saskatchewan from time to time, and Saskatchewan can invite these people to apply based on which occupation is in demand at that point of time. Obviously, this can change from time to time. There is no fixed list as of now. So the any list that you see on Saskatchewan website would be a dated list. It would be valid only for that particular date. But I'm just trying to lay out different options that we have. So occupation in demand is also an option. So if you think that you have experience in NOC which could be in demand in Saskatchewan, it's a very good option to check that out. Saskatchewan Express Entry. Saskatchewan Express Entry works in tandem with the Federal Express Entry. So if you have a Federal Express Entry profile and you want to work on a Saskatchewan PNP, then you can use that information to apply for a Saskatchewan PNP. This is very similar to Alberta Express Entry, where you need to have your Express Entry profile, your IRCC Express Entry profile, in order to opt for this particular option. So these are the 6 primary options or pathways that people have in Saskatchewan. The great advantage is that if you have any kind of Saskatchewan work experience, what you can do is 2 more options opens up for you. So there is an option for skilled worker with existing work permit. So these are those people who are already residing in Saskatchewan, who already have a work permit for Saskatchewan and have gained some experience in Saskatchewan. So this is very similar to AOS or the Alberta Opportunity Stream, but it's not a replication of that, but it also aims at retaining people who have already gained experience in Saskatchewan. So if you are already working in Saskatchewan, in addition to these 6, you can always look into this additional option that you have. Student, if you are somebody who has done his or her higher education in Canada, be in Saskatchewan, be it outside Canada, if you are a student, then an additional option opens up for you with your Saskatchewan work experience. So if you have had a degree in Canada and you're now working in Saskatchewan with some kind of experience, you can opt for the Saskatchewan work experience student pathway. So 8 pathways are there for a worker category. So anybody who is a worker can look for these 8 categories. And then if you're an entrepreneur, there are multiple options for entrepreneur also. But again, as I said, my expertise is only limited to the worker part. Okay, so yeah, these are the options that we have right now. 4,761 options, nomination limits was given. As we go into the presentations in coming months and weeks, what we will see is more details coming out. I will try and do as much research as possible for you and bring you a good content. So I hope this information is somewhat useful for you, just trying to put it in a whiteboard format so that it's easier to follow. As I said, if you need any information, the official information is always at the SINP website. So you should always consider this particular website as your primary source of information. Okay, all information that I have procured is from this website and just put it on the whiteboard for easier explanation. Okay, so yeah, in my next video I will take you through the expression of interest process of SINP, which is, if you have looked into the expression of interest process of Alberta, very similar to that. but we'll look into it. Let's not jump ahead. We will look into this process, how to go about this process. And again, as I did in Alberta, we will do a step-by-step video on how to go about creating your expression of interest, creating your application, and things like that. Okay, so yeah. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And if you have any questions, put it out on the comments. Thank you so much, guys.